Hello, YouTube. It's me, John Avenger, once again. What's up? I wanted to talk to you guys again. It's been a couple days since I uploaded my last DVD update from March, and I'm glad you guys have watched it. Thanks a lot for that. I'm going to talk about a topic, that have been on my mind lately. Just been pondering it, and in some years it's bothered me, but I want to get it off my chest. It's good to get things off your chest here on YouTube. Not things that are too personal, but certain things. I want to talk about critics, film critics, food critics, etc., etc. Just critics in general. My thoughts on them. The pros and the cons about critics. Anyway, yeah, everybody's a critic in some way or another. You have movie critics that they either praise the film to high heaven when it's like an art house flick or an Oscar contender or something like that, and then there's movies that are fun that get trashed on, and I don't understand that at all. Like, there's movies that I really enjoy that the critics just took a huge shit on last year, or in previous years, and there's a plus and a minus to that because if it's not their taste, that's fine. But some of them trash it and spread these disgusting, uh, comments that should not be, that just, it sickens me when I hear it. When they spread lies about certain films. I mean, 50 Shades of Grey, that's an example of a movie that should be banned, that should be freaking, bashed by critics and by the general public because it's disgusting, all that torture porn. It's not for me. And yet, even me, I criticize movies all the time, but when a movie bores me, that's when I usually don't give the film the pass because, it's just the thing that hurts me the most. But, film critics sometimes are just too harsh. Like, some people here on YouTube, I'm not going to mention names, but a lot of them bash on movies that I enjoy, and a lot of them bash on movies that I don't enjoy either. But, I can see their point of view, but some of them act like assholes. Like, oh, I'm a movie critic, so I'm better than the average moviegoer. I'm like, I'm the one that goes to the theater and sees the movies that I want to see. Case in point. To me, I don't really care what critics think anymore, nowadays, because sometimes, because they could praise a movie to high heaven, and then I watch it, and then I'm bored, and I'm like, yeah, the critics are wrong. Or there's a movie that they bash that gets like a 10% on Rotten Tomatoes. I see it, and I enjoy it for what it is, and they're like, and I don't care, because really, when Age of Ultron comes out, it's probably going to get critical praise, but the ones that don't get it, I'm not going to care what they think, because to me, the only one that matters in that when I see that film is me. When I see that film, my opinion is the only one that counts, not 10 billion people on YouTube saying, "Oh, the movie's overrated because it's making money," and people say, "Oh, superhero films have been overdone." Yes, they have, but you know what? The good ones, you cannot overlook them just because they're superhero films because they really deliver. And some critics are just very biased. Like they go into a film wanting to hate it just because it's popular, and I will never get that. People like what they like. It's the way it is. But anyway, there's other critics, like of plays that I've seen or of TV shows that I've watched. Like there's a lot of shows that I like that either they got good critical notices, but they say something stupid like, "Oh, this guy or this girl can't lead this show," or "This show's not funny," or "This show is, it's uneven," or whatever. They like to use these big words to try to sound important. But I really don't care anymore. Like I've watched Disney Channel since I was a kid, and the critical responses that some of these shows have gotten over the years, some of them I think are well deserved because they, hit it right on the nose that a lot of the shows that kids are watching now are just garbage. Some of them I really enjoy. Like in last year, I admit that I saw Girl Meets World. I didn't watch it because critics said it was good, and they did say it was good, but I saw it for myself, and I like the subtlety of it, and it makes me laugh, and it's really good stuff. It's a really good show for kids and for adults. Casey Undercover, I saw that at the beginning of January. I like the premise. I think it's funny. I like the cast. It has a good, it's got good lessons at the end. I like the heart of the show, and I don't care what the critics say on IMDb, which that's another place where criticisms happen all the time. They said they give the show like a 6.7, which is pretty high. Gave it a 6 point something, but then all the reviewers are like, this show sucks, this show sucks, this show is garbage, this is not funny, this is da, da, da. And I'm like, I don't get it. I don't know what version of the show they're watching. I really enjoy that show, yet the critics like to bash it, and I'm like, I'm really tired of that, you know? People, I'm gonna go into Avengers 2 very, very, not biased, but well, you could say biased because my name is John Avenger, and I know I'm gonna enjoy myself. The movie's 2 hours and 40 minutes. That's almost as long as The Dark Knight Rises and almost as long as Transformers 4. But am I worried? No. Critics could say whatever they want. It's not going to change the fact that that movie is going to be amazing to me. It's my, like, wonder drug, if you will. And it's something that gives me just an unbelievable high that just I take through the rest of the year that no narcotic in the world can ever give me. So, yeah, critics, some of them suck. I don't care what they think. Some of them need to calm down. Life is just, movies are just a small portion of the larger picture of your life, just give movies a break, or shows or plays or something. If you don't like it, get to the point. You don't have to have a review that's like 3 hours long. Wink, wink. You know who you are out there on YouTube. That, they go on these tirades, rants, and they try to put like a whole, novelization of a freaking review on YouTube to try to be important. And it doesn't work for me. Get to the point. I know you can't do a review in 2 minutes. I get that. But sometimes you got to get to the point. You don't need an hour to do it. There's a lot of people that waste time just because it's, to rant or rave on a movie. And I'm like, I can do it in a few minutes. I don't need an hour. But anyway, that's my thoughts on critics. But nowadays I think they suck. But not all of them. I do like on YouTube. I like Jeremy Jahns. I like Tom Chattelbash. I like a bunch of other people. Even Spillcom, even though they're no longer together. It's just two guys. We have our differences. We're all different. We all see things in a different perspective. But when you're bashing on something that I enjoy, I will never get it. I won't. I never will. And when there's something that they love and I don't care for it, hey, the pendulum swings both ways, And I really want to know why some of them are just so angry all the time. I mean, it's good to vent out, but too much of that is not good for your blood pressure. I should know. But anyway, guys, that's my thoughts on critics. Take it for what you will. Take it with a grain of salt. I wanted to just give my thoughts out there, what I think of them, the pros and cons. I can understand their point of view, but sometimes I don't get their cons, sometimes just outweigh the good sometimes. And they just want to be heard all the time, But anyway, that's my thoughts on them. Thanks for watching. Take care. And I will see you guys in the next video. I'll probably do another video this weekend. Who knows? I'll try to find another topic to talk about. But keep watching my videos. Keep subscribing. All that good stuff. Comment on this video and others. And I will see you guys next time.